Hello everyone, Turquoise Tarot here. I thought I'd do a spread for the full moon that's taking place, I believe on the 27th of this month of April 2016. From what I understand about this full moon, you know, with all the retrogrades going on, we have Mars is retrograde, Mercury retrograde. What else is, Jupiter is retrograde. So with all these retrogrades going on, it's a big time of looking back over the decisions that we've made, seeing how those decisions have either benefited us or hindered us in some way. And I wanted to do a quick spread just to see what energies we all may be feeling with this full moon coming in. Now, I just want to remind everyone that this is a general reading, so it's not going to apply to everyone. I hope that all of you get some message that resonates with you, a message of hope and love. Remember that with this new moon that took place, it's about experiencing transformation and being able to look over our past and see where maybe we didn't think things through thoroughly, or perhaps we made right decisions. It allows us to proceed with that much more confidence and assurance, and also that much more knowledge and wisdom. So, with that being said, let me just shuffle here, and I'll lay a spread, and we'll see what messages are coming through for everyone for the full moon. Six of coins fell out, so I'm going to set this on the side and we'll see how that resonates with the rest of the spread. Okay. Nope. I have the Ace of Swords, 10 of Cups, Ace of Wands. We're talking about a lot of new beginnings going on here, which is great. It's beautiful, beautiful energy. King of Coins, the Wheel. So glad to see the Wheel. Queen of Wands. We have a lot of a lot of fire energy right in a row here. Three of Swords, the Fool card, and the Three of Life, which, this is a new deck, so, Three of Life. I'm not quite sure what this is, so I'm going to pull another card. Knight of Swords. Oh, Tree of Life, not Three of Life. Tree of Life. Underneath the deck we have the Hermit. So I'll see how this coordinates here. Tree of Life. I'll see what messages I get with that. This deck has a lot of extra cards, so I'm still learning the deck and still trying to decipher what the messages are. So with this spread, though, I'm going to focus on the traditional cards that we get with tarot. And what I'm seeing here is it looks like there's a lot of clarity coming to the surface. There's a lot of understanding about home and family relationships. I feel like there's a stronger emphasis on this than I would say work life. But it seems that this new clarity that we're gaining does impact our financial well-being and our work life in a very positive way. with the more stability and security we feel at home, the more stability and security that we feel in our workplace, and we carry that energy with us. So I'm seeing that here in this spread. It looks like there had to be some endings for some new beginnings. And I say that because I have the Ace of Swords here, which is about clarity and insight, but also the Three of Swords, which talks about endings, maybe some heartbreak that some people have experienced by the ending of a relationship, or the final realization that things aren't as we thought they would be or how we had hoped they would be. There's a new understanding, a new perspective. And the Wheel of Fortune in the center says it all. Things are changing. Life is changing. Change is imminent. And for those of you who have been struggling in some area of your life, whether that's home, family, relationships, work, finances, all of that is about to change for you. This full moon beckons for the fruition of our dreams, of our hopes, of our aspirations, of those things that the new moon brought to the surface for us. Underneath the Wheel of Fortune, I have the Fool card, which is beautiful because the Wheel of Fortune is saying you are going to get that fresh start, you are going to get that new beginning, and you're going to feel very hopeful and optimistic and just energized by the energy that is coming for you. I'm feeling that for some of you, this involves a relationship situation, a family. It can be a family that's still together or not together, but what I'm seeing here is truth, clarity is coming to light. And it's because during this time of, during the days between the new moon and the full moon, we have the Hermit, which the Hermit is all about introspective work. He's all about looking in, analyzing the decisions that we've made, how we've impacted other people or how they have impacted us, and coming to a better understanding and gaining more wisdom and clarity about it. One thing I like about the Hermit is this isn't about analyzing other people and what they've done or how they have impacted us, so much as it is about us looking at ourselves and saying, what have I done to create what I've created in my life thus far? And what do I want to change or need to change in order to bring about what I truly desire to have? So this is very much about you going in and looking at yourself and analyzing your decisions, how you have perhaps impacted other people, how you have behaved, and how your actions have affected those closest to you. And so by doing that, we're coming to some new understanding again, and we're coming to new perspectives. And out of that, we're creating a new life for ourselves and a new beginning with the Fool here. And I feel strongly that there has definitely been some heartbreak with, if this is regarding a couple or a relationship, there has been some heartbreak. I see a couple, one is very grounded and stable, maybe even financially stable. This person can be an earth sign, that would be a Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. But really with these general readings, especially since it's general for all the signs, I really like to focus on the characteristics of the Court card. And the King of Coins here is a Court card that focuses on stability and security in his life, and that's why we call him the grounded king. He is someone who he likes to have financial security and stability, but he's also one that likes that in his home life and in his emotional life as well. He likes to create peace, and he feels as though being able to provide financially provides that sense of peace. This is someone who takes their time, analyzes the situation, and doesn't make a decision until they've had time to really think things through. They don't like being rushed in making a decision, or making a hasty judgment. It's just not in their character. It's not in their being. And this correlates with the Hermit card as well, because the Hermit card is all about taking that time to be introspective. And I feel that the King, or this energy, is the one that suffered a lot of heartbreak. Perhaps there was I want to say a breakup. But this can also say that there was like a love triangle going on at some point, and it broke their heart. There's something changing in this relationship with this couple. The other party is a fire sign, possibly. That would be a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. If not, again, this can be just the characteristics of this court card. Someone who's very fired up, passionate, someone who speaks their mind. Sometimes this can be someone who acts before they think, or speaks before they think. This can be someone who, they want to be the focal point, they want to be the center of attention. They feed on that attention that they get from their partner. That's what makes them feel validated in their relationship. So I feel like with this person may have been acting hastily or rushing in, making decisions, not really, again, not thinking before they leap or jump. They wanted desperately to have this new beginning and fresh start, and perhaps that fresh start that they've had has led to some heartbreak because they acted too hastily. But I see that there's a new beginning with this couple. Something new is happening here. I want to say too, if this isn't regarding a couple, or if you're single, this is a very good reading for singles. This is saying, whichever position that you relate with, if you resonate more with the earth sign, or you resonate more with the fire sign as far as your energy at present, that opposite person is coming to you. So if you resonate with the earth sign, you've been through some heartache, you've been through some difficulty. There's someone coming in who's a very passionate energy, but they're also very fun-loving and energetic, and you're going to be instantly attracted to this individual. They're very physically attractive. There's going to be a lot of sexual chemistry here. Okay, a lot of physical attraction, like I said. And I feel like this person, they're going to be very attracted to you. They're going to be rushing towards you. They're wanting this fresh start with you, or they're wanting a new relationship with you. And if you're resonating with the fire sign, then this King, this earth sign, they're going to find you highly attractive. And they've come out of some heartbreak or some pain, but they're wanting a fresh start. And the Wheel of Fortune is saying that these two individuals are going to have that together. They're having this fresh start together. And it can lead to the Ten of Cups, which is a beautiful family, happy home, that stability and security that the King seeks, and also the Queen. The Queen does seek that too. The Queen is a very loving, compassionate, energetic individual. She is someone who, she thrives in her family life, and she's very protective of those that she loves. And so initially she may be hard to tie down, right? Because she is so fiery and energetic and can be flirtatious. But once someone has her heart, they have it for life. And that's something that is very beautiful about the fire signs. They are very, very devoted. But this can be, you know, if you resonate with the earth sign, the king, it can be male or female. Same thing with the queen, can be male or female, so don't get caught up on, you know, the sex of the cards. I feel as though this is going to be a situation, a new person coming in, a new relationship starting, that is going to be giving you a lot more give and take than what you've had in previous relationships. If this is a relationship that is in the present for you and you're presently with a person like this, this is telling me that this transformation, this transformation that you're going through, it's going to create more of a balance between the two of you. There's more understanding that's going on, and there's a fresh start. Now with the tree of life, what I'm getting from this is it's kind of like all the elements pulled together. And it's telling me that basically we're using all these elements that create this beautiful union. This union, if it hasn't happened yet for you and you're single, it's something that you feel like you're getting everything that you need from this relationship. This card also is telling me there's a lot of growth going on, okay? And with this growth comes new opportunities, and this opportunity for a new relationship is coming about. For those of you who are together with someone, or you're already settled down with someone, it's saying that you're growing together in unison, but also you're understanding each other much more. I'm picturing right now the Two of Cups with this. It's like you're of one root, and you're understanding that, and you're learning to work together rather than against each other, and really focus on building each other up rather than, you know, placing blame or fault. Okay. One thing that comes to mind is, you know, there was something I learned a long time ago, and it was a study that was done, and they were saying in this study that most of the couples that last until death do them part are couples that no matter what happens in life, they don't blame each other, they blame the outside world. Even if one of the partners was at fault at some point, it's like they don't blame each other. They blame the other person, or they blame the environment, or they blame a situation, but they tend not to blame the partner. Relationships that don't last the test of time are relationships where the two people tend to blame each other more than outside influence. So with that being said, with this tree of life, what I'm getting is you're learning and understanding that this is your partner. This is someone who you're supposed to work together with, and you can't place blame completely on them for whatever has transpired. It takes two, or it takes, you know, sometimes it's a situation that they did the best that they could given the circumstances or what they knew at the time. So you're understanding that there's more empathy here, there's more flexibility. I see that a lot of you may be really truly desiring a fresh start. You're just ready for a new beginning. You're ready to move forward. You've had some heartbreak. Some things have come to light for you with the Ace of Swords. You know, some things have really made their mark, and you've suffered the loss, you've suffered the jab, you know, of the swords, and now you're ready to let it go and release the pain, release the anguish, the resentment, the animosity, or anything that you may have felt, and move forward. Start anew. For those that are coupled, I just want to say with the Ace of Wands over here too, this is you reigniting the passions with your partner, because you're not finding fault or blame in each other anymore. You're really just wanting a fresh start, a new beginning. So I'm going to take these oracle cards here, and we'll look at a few of the cards that came up. And I think first, what would be interesting is if we looked at this Tree of Life card. Yeah. So on the Tree of Life, I have consistency, staying consistent and persevering through challenging times, which there has been some challenging times, but also with this misfortune card, it's like the Tower in the Rider-Waite deck. Things have crumbled down because we had faulty foundations, and we're realizing that. So now we're working on rebuilding a solid foundation so we can build a home, we can build a house that stands the test of time. So we're dealing with some truths coming to light, some realizations. We have been dealing with that since the new moon. With all the retrogrades, we're looking back on this situation. We're seeing how maybe we could have handled things differently, or we're understanding some new truths. We're gaining some fresh perspectives, and it's shaking us to the foundation so that we can really rebuild. And the Tree of Life, this is all about growth. This is all about opportunity. This is all about things coming to fruition, which is very much what the full moon is about, things coming to fruition. And then we have the pleasant surprise. There's a pleasant surprise coming about when we stay consistent and we persevere through these challenging times and we face the truth that we need to face. There's a pleasant surprise. There's opportunity abound. Let me look at this Ace of Wands. So on the Ace of Wands, this is all about new passions, creative ventures, going after what we desire, and those things coming to fruition and being successful. We have cheerfulness, the journey, and the foe. So what this is telling me is you're on a journey to leave what has not served you. And you're on a journey to find what truly makes you happy, what satisfies you, what brings you true joy, authentic joy. You're realizing that perhaps the way you've been living or what you've encountered so far has not been in your best interest, and you're understanding why, and you're understanding what has changed within you and what truths are really valid for you right now in the present, and you're moving towards this sense of happiness and joy. And it's a reignited passion, or it's a new passion that's coming about because you're wanting to live authentically and you're wanting to enjoy life more and celebrate it more, rather than, you know, challenge yourself by doing something you don't feel really suits you or fits you. That can be regarding relationships, that can be regarding work or home. It just depends on how you personally resonate with that. Let's look at this Three of Swords. Now, this Three of Swords situation, you know, it can be different for everybody. Everybody's gone through some form of heartache in the past. Let's see if we can get more clarification. So on the Three of Swords, I feel that someone was hopeful for a reunion or for a new love to come in. They've had hope. You can see this person looks very, very ill, or they've been through a battle, okay? But they're still remaining hopeful despite it all. And there's a sense of sickness, weakness in this heartbreak. It brought about some feelings of weakness. It brought out all the things that were lying under the surface for you, that you didn't want to face, that you didn't want to deal with. And it's saying here, in spite of this, still continue to have hope, okay? even though love, perhaps, with the reunion card coming up, even though love hasn't turned up or it hasn't turned out the way you wanted it to, you should continue to have hope. And you're fighting off, you're healing, you're on the mend from this situation where you have felt weak and someone has hurt you enough to make you feel that way. Let's look at the Knight of Swords. So on the Knight of Swords, I have melancholy, feelings of sadness, loss, or just feeling bored. For those of you who are single, it's just a waiting and feeling tired of waiting. Then we have the Thief, but this card can also represent a change coming about. And then we have sighs, longing. It's like what you've been longing for, because we can see the ship in the background here. I don't know if you can see that in this card, but the ships are coming in. So what she's been longing for, it's finally coming in for her. And so it's saying that even though you've been waiting and waiting for change, it's finally coming, okay? And it's coming very swiftly with the Knight of Swords. This is a very fast-moving energy. I want to look at the Ten of Cups. Okay, so on the Ten of Cups, where it talks about home and family, security in a family environment, and ultimate happiness and joy in that home, we have the Old Woman, we have death, and then we have the House. So for some of you, this is saying that what you once believed about an old relationship or partnership is now changing. There's a death to that understanding. Again, we're all in this period of transformation. It may be a situation that affects your home life, and I'm also getting that you're desiring this great change within your home. You want more security and stability. What was old is no longer working for you. You're working on that, you're transforming that, and there's going to be some newness and new changes that come about with your home life or with your family. This can be a relationship, a marriage with children, but I'm also sensing this can be regarding siblings or cousins or other types of relationships where there may have been some challenging energy. There's some changes coming about. I just get a sense of more flexibility, more understanding. We're revisiting those aspects of our relationships that we haven't wanted to deal with, but now with all the retrograde going on, it's causing us to really look back and say, how could I have done things differently? Or how could this have transpired differently? What would be the outcome if things would have happened, in a different way? And so with that, we're more flexible, we're more open to change, we're more open to look at possibilities and potential. And it's really helping us grow and helping us to rekindle relationships. On the Six of Coins, which talks about equal balance, more understand. I'm feeling this is saying too, more understanding between parties. I have in the past, there was a sorrow or a loss, or we've been suffering, okay? But there's new communication coming in, and it's communication that gives us the drive and ambition to move forward either in this relationship or the drive and ambition to move forward out of this relationship, okay? Because now with this message, and it doesn't have to be a physical message coming to you, it can just be you finally understanding things, being more objective, and getting that different perspective and saying, aha, I get it now. It's like a light bulb going off. There's going to be some change coming about with that, and it's giving you the confidence to move in which direction you feel is best suited for you. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull some Wisdom of the Oracle cards, and just going to pull 3 just for additional clarity or insight into this reading. Whoops. Well, 2 fell out, so let's see what that's about. We have serendipity and we have the thinker. So I'm just going to pull one more. These cards are big. No place like home. So, let me see what the messages are with these cards. I haven't used these cards too frequently, so unfortunately I'm not familiar with all the meanings and interpretations, even though some of them are pretty self-explanatory. But serendipity, the essential meanings are opportunity aligned with readiness, the awareness of synchronicity, luck and good fortune appearing as signs and symbols, a magical alignment of events. That's pretty nice. Okay, so let me look at the thinker here. Come on now. All right. So the thinker, the essential meanings are endings, completion, walking away from something because there is nothing else to learn or experience. It's pretty interesting with the thinker. And we have 50. No place like home. Essential meanings: authenticity, coming home to yourself, feeling at home, arriving at a place where you just fit, being comfortable in your own skin. So again, being genuine, being authentic, understanding ourselves in a way that maybe in the past we haven't understood ourselves. That's what I'm really seeing in this reading. And I do see, you know, for those seeking love or looking for love, that's on the horizon. There's a change coming about. I mean, the center of the spread is the wheel. So what has not been happening will be happening. Where we've had some downs, we're going to start experiencing some good times. Some things that we've been working hard for that we've maybe felt a lack in, we're going to start getting things coming to fruition and in abundance. So that was the general reading, everyone, for the full moon taking place. Again, I believe that's on April 27th. Don't quote me because I'm not exactly quite sure, but I know it's around that date. And please let me know how this resonates with you, and I wish you all a wonderful April, and I'll be back for your May readings. Thank you. Bye.